Hey guys, it's Dr. Thornell. I want to discuss with you today my top 3 toxic habits for your neck. Now, an important thing to understand when we talk about toxic habits is what should we do for a neck, and then you'll understand why the toxic habits are so toxic. So, number one, when we talk about the structure of the human spine and the neck in particular, this spine would be facing this direction. And we have this nice gradual little forward curve that's built in to the neck. And when we walk and run and jump and go up and down stairs and all these different things that we do, the weight of your head sits atop of your neck. And that curvature allows for shock absorption. So all of that force is absorbed into the shape of that curvature. If we lose that curvature, what we end up with is a stack of bones, and all of that pressure comes straight down into the bones of the spine, causing eventually the discs to wear out, the cartilage of the bones to wear out. We develop arthritis, and much more importantly, when we have that curvature the way we're supposed to, the spinal cord is on the inside of that curvature. As we straighten that out, we actually start to stretch the spinal cord, and when we stretch the spinal cord, it decreases the brain's ability to send and receive messages or electrical signals properly. So we want to do everything we can to support that normal forward curvature, and we want to avoid things that cause our neck to straighten or go into the opposite direction. So top 3 toxic habits. Number 1 would be one that you do when you're sleeping. So what I have here is too many pillows. 2 is too many. So if I'm laying in my bed at night and I've got 2 pillows under my head, you can see how it pushes my head forward. That cervical spine that's supposed to be arched backwards is now being pushed forward. Well, as I lay here in bed and I watch TV or I'm reading a book, at least the muscles are turned on and they're supporting that spinal structure. As soon as I fall asleep, I go even further because those muscles shut off, and all of that pressure is directly on the ligaments and the bones and the joints of the spine versus the muscles. So it's a terrible problem. It's a terrible position to get into. And the worst part of that is once I fall asleep, I'll stay in that position for hours possibly and create and cause myself to grow into posture that actually has my head forward like that all the time. So it compounds that into something that's a much bigger problem. The second issue that everybody is dealing with these days, and again leads to that forward head posture, is this. I'm on my gadget, my phone, my iPod, whatever it is, or iPad, I guess I'm dating myself. I'm on my tablet, and I've always got my head forward like this. Well, eventually, we're going to stretch those ligaments just like we did with the pillows, and we're going to create not only the time that I'm doing this in that forward posture, but I'm going to create a posture that leaves me like this so that the rest of my day I spend with my head forward versus having it back where it belongs. So toxic habit number 1, too many pillows. Toxic habit number 2, too much screen time with your head down. Get that screen up at eye level so that your head can be in a normal position. Lastly, for those of you that are into exercising, any exercise, whether it's pull downs or it's presses that has your head forward as you do that exercise, is a terrible exercise. There is no more benefit to doing it behind the neck than there is to doing it in front of the neck. And there's a whole lot more risk when you do it behind the neck. So if you're into exercising, pull downs, presses, don't let anything travel behind your head with your head out in front. We have, again, we've put that spine into a terrible posture, but the problem in this case is then we're doing extreme contractions of the muscles with our head out in front like that. And if we have any small disc injuries on the back side of that neck, it's going to really put a lot of strain on that. So that's just a very simple tip to avoid if you're in the gym. Don't do any of those exercises with the bar traveling behind your head. So those are our top 3 toxic exercises. I see more people with neck problems from those couple of things than anything else. So get those toxic exercises or those toxic habits out of your life.